Hello everyone, this is Direwolf20 and welcome to episode 51 of Direwolf20's Let's Play. Spend a little time in the Overworld since I haven't been here too much. You can see a zombie heading my way. Give me your brains. Oh, boring stuff. And wanted to check out, see I got a bunch of eggs, which is cool. So my egg farm is working pretty well, as I would expect. Except that, yeah, there we go, it just pulsed. Cool. Yep, everything's good. So I've got a bunch of eggs here. I can probably hatch them and see what kind of chickens I can get. Wah! Very low luck on chickens, I guess. Hey, there's one. Cool. Well, I got one out of the many, many chickens that I just threw eggs around at. I'll leave the other eggs in here for now, and probably just breed these guys a bit. Do want to grab the feathers that, for whatever reason, are in there. And maybe check out some other things. I should probably collect some reeds as well, because I would like to do some more stuff with Mystcraft this episode. I have a couple world types that I haven't quite discovered yet. There's one and two in particular that I'm kind of looking for and haven't found yet. So I'm probably going to spend a little time off camera, looking around, seeing what I can find. Haha. And once I do find what I'm looking for, I'll come back and show you guys. And then anything else I decide to do on camera between now and then, we'll just have to see. Hey, brains. Alright, so getting ready to do my little traveling bit here. I'm going to put some of my items away in my bag that I don't need to have on me. And of course, as usual, flip into cheat mode with NEI and just kind of overwrite save number 4, just in case I have any issues traveling. But I don't expect to because I'll be crafting my books in such a way that shouldn't be a problem. I went ahead and got 10 books for linking and 10 books for descriptives. And we'll just create our linking books now. Hooray. And I'll create like maybe 2 descriptive books at a time. So that should be good. That should get me descriptive age 108 and 109. Let's go ahead and, as usual, write into here and just make sure that we don't get a cave world. I don't want that. I want standard terrain on 108. And I want the same thing on descriptive book 109, standard terrain. And we'll let some randomness occur and see if I get any cool stuff. And I'll be back when and if I do. Oh wow, look at this. The very first world that I traveled to found me exactly what I'm looking for. Dropped some items on the ground by mistake. So why don't I go ahead and craft up for myself. This is a really interesting age, by the way. Didn't expect to find exactly this, but I did find something really neat. This is an age that's called giant trees or huge trees or something like that. So I'm going to put a linking book to the overworld here, and as you can see, there's some really giant trees here. Like, whoa, those are big. How's it going, giant trees? The interesting thing about this age is that it's a nether age, so the biome is hell. Interesting. And I think I see, what the heck is this in the distance? Is that snow? Oh yeah, look at this. Okay, cool. So it's a biome. Here's a snow biome, just a regular old snow biome. And you can see I'm lagging a little bit as the world generates. I'll probably flip off the recording in a second here. But this is a hell biome. So see pigmen spawning. And like I said, huge trees is a type of world. So I'm going to head back to the overworld now. Because as usual, I like to make sure that I give the world a chance to clean up. And the best way to do that is to head back to the overworld. And there's age 108. Cool. And we'll put that in our book stand here. You can see normal biome distribution, standard terrain is what I wrote. And we got the hell biome, so that's cool. Villages, huge trees. So I just taught my notebook here about the huge trees. And there's still one other type of modification I'm looking for and haven't had any luck with yet. So I'm going to rename this to Hell and Trees. That sounds like a cool place to be. I'm going to hang on to that book. There's obviously going to be some corruption in that age because it's randomly generated, but I'm not worried too much about it. We'll store it down here on the bottom, so those are places I might want to go revisit. And now I'm going to go visit age 109. Alright, just came and went from age 109. It looks like 109 was another hell biome, I think. Checkerboard biomes with taiga hills and hell. Cool. Dungeons, standard lighting, slow time. Alright, that's cool. And normal sunset colors. Boring. I'll be back. Oh yeah, looks like I found another mushroom biome. Gotta love those. They are cool. Alright, let's get out of here. Ooh, I found one that says lava lakes. That sounds pretty neat. Alright guys, just found a Eternal Night Age, and yeah, this is a pretty cool one. There's a special type of terrain gen right here on my left. It's called glowstone crystals. And as you can see, these cool glowstone crystal formations spawn in random spots all around the landscape. So just wanted to show that to you guys. That's one of the ones I was looking for because I think those are just neat. Finding glowstone crystals like that in the overworld is pretty cool. So that is one of the ones I was looking for. Now there's really only one more I'm looking to find. I don't know if there's anything special in this world, but I just had to show it to you because I landed on this one little block. And lots of water, big old oil fountain. Here's what oil looks like when it's underground. That's just the way Buildcraft happens to place oil. Yeah, funny looking when it's in a Skylands like this. And lots of water. So maybe this is like an ocean biome. That's neat. Let's go check it out real quick. Oh, it was a mushroom island shore. Cool. Yep, nothing special. Alright guys, well I spent a little time jumping around dimensions, got a couple cool things, and now I'm back over checking out my bees. Looks like I finally got a diligent purebred, which is what I was hoping for. I still have a common diligent princess, but I'm going to combine them and really hope that I can get a purebred diligent princess, diligent drone, so then I'll have a purebred diligent queen, and from there I can start really working on upgrading. So you can see me just collecting the resources that my drones have gotten for me here. Doing pretty well, it looks like, actually. Yeah. Got a bunch of stuff, and I'm thinking it's finally about time for me to start doing what I can to maybe automate some of this cool stuff that's going on here. So, you can see I've got a common tropical princess here. Remember, I was trying to upgrade my, get myself another tropical drone. So, just combining a bunch of goodies. Cool. And then this guy, I think, was just my noble purebred area. So I'm thinking what I want to do is maybe separate my areas out and have one that's dedicated to just straight up, like, drone production. I got poisoned. I should really do something about that. But I'm not going to worry about it. So yeah, set up an area that's dedicated to drone production and resource production. And then another area that's separate, set up and dedicate that to breeding and trying to get some new cool stuff. So for now, I'm just going to collect all my resources that I have. Did I get this stuff? I did. Cool. Good. I think we're cool. Alright, so let me let this poison wear off. It's annoying. And I'm going to need some power and probably a couple things to start putting to use some of the bee products that I've collected thus far. So I'll be back in a few. Alright guys, let's start building a bee processing facility. That's what I think I'm going to call the thing I'm about to build. Now I do need to keep this thing happy, so let's get ourselves some cactus planted. I don't think I can plant it right next to it. Nope, it's not going to enjoy that too much. So right there, I don't know, I don't like that spot either. I guess it really has to be here. Where do I want this lineup to be? Let me get out my pickaxe, or... yeah, my axe. Where are you at, axe? There it is. And start chopping down the wall and what's going to be the line to my bee production facility. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Alright, cool. So I could probably do something like this. That'll look good, right? 1, 2, 3, 4 on that side. 1, 2, 3 on that side. See why I like to have 9x9s? Makes for stuff like that way easier. So that would be a cool little entranceway. Yeah, sure, why not? And then we'll build out our area over here. And where can I plant this thing to keep this guy happy? Can't place it directly under something, can I? I presume not. No, it won't go there either. So I'm just repositioning the apiary. By planting it like that, the cactus should be able to go down, and the modest queen can continue doing her work. Yeah, that'll work. Alright, it's getting to be dark out, so why don't I deal with sleeping through the night, and then I'm going to extend this room and start building something over here that'll become my bee production facility. And it'll start handling all the production of all the bee stuff. I've got my mercurial eye. Interesting fact that I just discovered is mercurial eye doesn't like these wooden planks. These ones are fine, but the jungle ones are not. So I'll probably need to wind up making this, like a regular old wooden plank system. But that's not a big deal. So I'll be back in a few minutes once I built out a nice little room over here. Ta-da! Lots of fun off camera with the Mercurial Eye and the Destruction Catalyst and all that cool fun stuff. You can see a bunch of wood that I wound up creating and then eventually, picking up, so no big deal. I'll just throw that stuff in there for now, as well as these goodies. And I can put my looting sword away. Don't need that for the time being. I brought a bunch of beeswax down here with me. I'm debating exactly how I want to lay out this area. I think it's going to pretty much be a layout of logistics pipes and teleport pipes so that I can have everything connected. Because we're going to basically need to connect all our bee systems. This bee system here with, yeah, wrong thing to right click with. I always do that. This bee system here with this bee system over here. Speaking of which, it looks like this guy's done. Ooh, Diligent Princess. Nice. And some purebred Diligent drones, maybe? I have to analyze these guys real quick. Don't mind me. Oh yeah, Diligent. Nice. Diligent. Loving it. Good. I've got a purebred Diligent production going on now, which should get me some stringy combs. Awesome. And I believe those guys only produce stringy combs. Is that correct? Yep. Only. Awesome. That's good. I'm happy. Took me a while to get that purebred Diligent. Next to start breeding them. So I want to have separate areas for breeding and, keeping them going. And a few people posted saying they don't like the bee stuff so much. So I'm going to try and automate it and keep it entertaining. But if you guys really dislike the bees, a lot of people do like them, so I'm going to try and show, some bee stuff, but not overload it. Doing my best to keep everybody happy, but obviously impossible. So I'm going to do the bees, and then if you don't like it or you really hate it, I'll just kind of announce when I'm going to be doing them. You'll be all right. I'll try and keep it cool. So for now, hopefully one of the last times I'll have to manually reestablish my bee systems. So let's figure out exactly how we want this to work. Over here is going to be my bee production facility. I'm going to want at least 1 or 2 analyzers to analyze my bees, because I don't like having to carry around this thing anymore, the Beealyzer. I would like to analyze what I get. And, I'm going to have a couple other machines in here as well to help with that bee analyzing. I'm going to need some teleport pipes. I'm going to need some logistics pipes. So let's get started doing all this cool stuff. And since I'm going to be doing a pretty, major build, I think it's time for me to get myself another one of these alchemy bags. You can see I've brought them up over here. The recipe for an orange one is an alchemical chest with 3 covalence dust. So I'm going to pull an alchemical chest's worth of EMC out of my Klein star. Hooray. How's my energy doing, by the way? Oh yeah, still producing a lot. Nice. I should upgrade these things at some point too. But for now, I feel like I have enough EMC floating around. So let's craft up real quick a bag to hold all of our, items we're using for stuff. That ought to be good. So here's an orange alchemy bag. Cool. Different color, meaning it has different, inventory than the white one. And I feel like the orange one should have some things like the following. Stuff like, all this stuff. Like, I really wanted this bag that I'm holding right now to be just tools. So why don't I clean up these bags a little bit off camera, and then I'll be back. There we go, that's a little more organized now. My white bag is, I'm trying to keep mostly just tools and items in there. And of course I'm keeping 1 linking book to the Overworld. And I decided I should also keep a linking book to the Overworld in my orange bag, just in case. Always nice to have an extra one of those. And then any mod related items that are, used for building, like tubes and pipes and stuff like that, will go into my orange bag. And while I'm here, I happen to collect a couple of zombie brains somewhere along the line and found them in my bag. So hook them up there, cool. Alright guys, so what I'm doing is setting up a new teleport pipe connection here. I think I was wasting a frequency, not really using it. I believe that was frequency 2. So let's go frequency 2. You can see we have no connected pipes, and it was my old Thaumcraft to base connection. So I'm going to change that, and I'm going to name frequency 2. Let's go with, we'll say bees to base. That sounds good. Add. Nice. So frequency 2 is ready for bees to base, and it's actually frequency 3 right now, which is this guy. That is my Thaum to base connection. Perfect. Good. So now I've got a connection through a teleport pipe on frequency 2. I'm going to head over to my bees area and start connecting this thing up. Alright, so right here in the wall looks like a nice spot to start connecting up my item teleport pipes. Let's place this guy here. That looks good to me. And then, again, we want to make sure this is set to the bees to base frequency, which is frequency 2, can receive true. Important aspect of that. And then straight up from there, I'm thinking, how do I want this to be laid out? Maybe I want this to be a little bit lower in the ground. Might be a good idea. So, yeah, this guy here, frequency bees to base. And then we'll let this thing come up to about, I don't know, here. Yeah, it should probably be good. And then from there, I'm going to want some regular stone transport pipes, which I have plenty of. And bring them up to about here, where I'm going to place down a request logistics pipe, like that. Cool. And then I can close up the wall. Nice. So now I have access to my requester system, so I can go ahead and request any items that are available if everything's set up right, which apparently they're not, so I did something wrong. What did I do wrong? Did I forget can receive true on this end? Let's see what I do wrong here. Can receive true. You gonna behave now? Nope. Let me go check my main base and see if I forgot can receive true over there. I was playing back and forth with my stuff and might have forgotten to do that. Can receive true. Ha! Can't believe I forgot that on both ends. Wow. Like I said, playing around with a couple different things and then probably just forgot. So now we should have green ends on both and we can receive. Good. See how important can receive true is? Yeah, very. There we go, and I'll be back. And what I'm thinking is I want to have 2 areas pretty much set up for this spot. So basically, I'm going to dig out the flooring here for a minute and do the following. Check this out. If I dig all this out, like so, that looks good. And then grab my mercurial eye. And what I want to do is transmute this to, I don't know, something better. Let's see. Do I have any smooth stone on me? If not, I can get some real quick. Not a problem. Just request 1 smooth stone, please. And it should route its way here pretty quickly. Good. Then I can get my stone and transmute the entire ground into stone. Transmutation mode, go. Cool. And then I can place back my sand by using creation mode first. Ta-da! And then go with extension mode. So now I have the ability to create a basement but still have a sand flooring. And that's what I'm going to do right now, probably for a minute or 2 off camera. Just spend a few minutes creating a basement here. Because I want to have kind of like my main base, a basement where a few things happen. There's probably not going to be a lot down here, but maybe like my power generation and stuff like that. So I'll be back in a few. All right, let's see how I made out. It's getting a little dark out. That's not a problem. I'm going to cover this up in a moment, probably just like this. And then a piece of sand. Perfect. Had just one on me. Good. I'm just going to use my little awesome portable hole here to get in and out of my room. I made the walls and floor sandstone. I think that was a cool decision. I might even make the ceiling sandstone. Why make it stone when I could make it sandstone, right? Good question. Let's change it. I still have sandstone in there, so charge up. Make sure we're in transmutation mode, and boom. I mean, how awesome is that, right? You know why I love the mercurial eye, don't you? All right, so cool little room to be in. Definitely nice. I'm going to build a bit of a power gen system in there after I sleep through the night. All right, like I said, in here is where I'm going to have my power gen stuff, and after taking a quick look at this, I want to move my item teleport pipe to this side of the logistics pipe, hook it back up to the bees and base, and receiving true should give us the green line that we're looking for. Good. And then maybe along this wall here is where I'll have some of my power generation stuff, because my plan is to have all the items that machines like that need power should be up like here, like along this wall here. So that'll be good. I can put my machines here, they can get connected to power, and that power gen will come right from this flooring. Cool. So I brought along with me in my orange bag, I hope, A couple of those machines, biogas engines. I'm thinking 2 should be enough for now. And if I do need more in the future, that's not a big deal. I'm going to need... that's a good start at least. So from there, I'm also going to need, of course, power pipes. So I brought some golden conductives and some wooden conductives. We'll place down our wooden conductives first. How about here and here? That'll be a good spot. Cool. So those guys can connect power up. And I brought some lava cans with me to get the initial lava generation going. Good. Looking good. Still needs fuel, though, as you can tell by the cool little tooltips, and we're not producing any energy. Sad face. But that's where my pipes come in here. I think I'm going to need a few more of these pipes. Definitely some more logistics pipes and probably a few other things. So let's go request the items that we need. I'm going to need a pair of diamonds, I know that. Unfortunately, I'm out of diamond pipes. So I'm going to need a couple of you, a couple of gold gears, and yeah, where are we at? Gold gears. 2. And I'm going to need a pair of diamonds. Should be in here somewhere. And I should have glass on me. I do. So that's good. So gold gears are getting created now real quick. I'm also going to need, out of my white bag... Any redstone torches? No? That's alright. I have some redstone in here on me. Like I said, always carry redstone on you. A good idea. And probably a couple of sticks as well. So let's craft up some more basic logistics pipes real fast. Should probably turn my miner's backpack off, but oh well. And we've got the golden gears that I requested, but first I want 2 of you. And a bunch of glass. Hooray! Basic logistics pipes. Alright. Might need a few more of them, so I'm going to hold on to my diamond transport pipes in my bag here. And let's get started crafting up some stuff. What I want to create is another one of those liquid supply pipes. So as you guys may recall, the liquid supplier pipe is 2 lapis and a pair of buckets. I'm going to need 2 of these, so let's get 4 lapis out of our system, and I should have some buckets as well. Where's lapis at? 4, please. And it'll uncrate those for me. Do I have any buckets in my stuff here? Nah, it's not a big deal. I don't really need it. Should have some in my white bag. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. Been wanting to get rid of those. I had too many. So a pair of basic logistics pipes and some lapis, which probably again went into my miner's backpack, didn't it? Yeah, I'm going to lock this guy. I don't want items flowing in there at the moment. One of the downsides of using that logistics request system is items flow into your bag like that when you don't want them to. So there's 1 liquid supplier pipe and 2 liquid supplier pipes, and we'll want some stone transport pipes as well. Cool. Where do I want these guys to be supplied at? Under the flooring or behind the wall? I figure under the floor is as good a place as any. That should be good. And then we can just run some piping like this. So no intersections yet, so we shouldn't need any basic pipes. There we go. Green light on the bottom here indicates everything's good. And then I can use my wrench to tell it to keep a good supply of liquids. So what kind of liquids do we want to keep in there? Well, biofuel, of course. And let's open this up, and we're going to have to head back to our main base to teach it how to create biofuel. So I'm going to request out of my system here just a couple of wax capsules. Let's go with 2 of them, should be enough. Should send the wax down, getting what it needs, and bringing it back. And I'm going to keep my wax, I guess, in here for now. Yep, it's still in there. Good, I have plenty. Wax capsules, come with me. We're heading all the way over here to this area. And I'm going to place down a crafting logistics pipe right here, which should connect to the side of my fermenter. And hopefully everything will be correct. But basically what I'm going to do is take one of those wax capsules and place it in the top. And you'll note that it quickly steals some biomass out of here and puts it in a capsule for me. Awesome. Then I grab my wrench and teach this pipe that place a wax capsule in the machine and you'll get a biomass capsule out. Perfect so far. So let's go request a biomass capsule from right over here. Let's request, I don't know, like 4 of them for now. Request please. So it should send the wax over, and then once the wax gets crafted into capsules, the capsules should land right in here, and out come biomass capsules. And you'll note that it stole a bunch of biomass out of the fermenter for me, and the fermenter powers back up and starts running again. Awesome. And all these guys are obviously producing way more biomass than they're using, so that's not a big deal. Are we wasting a little bit of resources by not having an auto-off switch on this? Yeah, but how am I for saplings at the moment? Because that's what we're wasting. Saplings, I have enough. Cool. So got my biomass capsules. So now what I can do is run over to my other side here and tell these machines to keep a steady supply of biomass in them by dropping down and using my liquid supplier pipes to say, hey, biomass capsule, let's keep about 3 of them worth in there. And what that should do is head back to the base, do the request, and in about 5 or 10 seconds here, we should get some biomass capsules showing up. Let's see what happens. Dun, 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 dun. Not too long now. There they are. Hooray! So now we've got some biogas engines with some biomass in them. And I have to do the same thing on this side, of course. So same deal. Let's keep about 3 biomass capsules worth of biomass in there. Awesome. And I can place down my sandstone again, and we're in good shape. Very cool. Next up, we can run our power straight up here. We're probably going to want it, going right up to about here. Why not? And this is where we're going to place some stuff. So let's get that out of the way. Looking good, and get up there. So here's where we're going to want to place our machines. Now the first couple machines I'm thinking we should do is move my centrifuges in there. Centrifuges are not going to run off of, the fuel that they've been running off for a while. So centrifuge goes down. And here is probably just as good a spot as any. And don't worry, I'll have a machine that's going here. We'll see. Something good. Cool. And cool. So now my centrifuges are ready. Let's get a few other machines that go in here. So now I've got 2 machines I want to build here. You can see me looking up the recipes in NEI. I got the, Bronze Age, right. My achievements got reset a while back. I want a squeezer. And then I also want another one of these cool machines. And before I can do what I want to do, I need to get my Bealyzer out of my bag here. So let's put our sapphire axe away and get our Bealyzer. This guy is going to be a standalone bee analyzer machine, and I believe the recipe is something like that. There we go, analyzer. Cool. The squeezer is going to be the method by which I get the honey required, the liquid honey, to produce and get used in the analyzer. So it should be a pretty straightforward process, and I'm going to test all this out in a bit. One of the things I should do is dig through my bag and see if I have any cactus on me. Nope, why would I? That's okay, I don't need cactus. I've got tons of beeswax. Waterproof pipes, woot. And let's get some wooden piping real quick. I'll be right back. There we go, wooden waterproof pipe. And of course we're going to need an engine running here, so let's get that ready. Where's my axe that I just put in my bag? Because 2 seconds ago I said I shouldn't need this anymore, and then I did. And I'm going to request a few redstone engines. I'm probably going to need a good number of them. Luckily I taught the recipe to my crafting system. And while I'm at it, I should probably get some redstone torches. Or you know what, maybe I'll use levers. That might not be a bad idea. Kind of like that idea, actually. Okay, There's my first redstone engine. That will go here. And then a lever, which will of course be used for activating that thingy. Cleaning up my inventory for a moment. I got too much junk. And yeah, I'm pretty sure I had levers in another bag, but I'm not worried about it. There we go. Lever's on. So now we should start getting honey out of our squeezer. All we have to do is get some honey drops, which are right over here, and place them in the squeezer machine. So now away goes that error message saying we don't have anything to squeeze. Now all we need is power. We don't have any power, so let's get some of that going by getting some kind of system down here to run. I should have some redstone. Yeah, I do. Red alloy wire. And I'll sneak behind the wall here. Maybe leave this guy in place. So if I run red alloy wire like this, that should work just fine. Perfect. And then a lever can go right here to activate these engines, right? Ta-da! Engines are active. Let's cover up the wall real quick. And they should go once they start powering up. So there should be a heat level building up, and then once the heat gets high enough, it should activate the biogas engine. You can see the heat level here. And ta-da! Used a bit of biomass, which should now automatically request another bit of biomass can coming down here. So that's good. And we're producing energy. Look at that. Awesome. I do like the new interface that Sengir put on those things. And we're producing honey. Cool. So honey drops are going in. We get propolis as a side effect of that. That's cool. I didn't even know that happened. Look at me, not knowing stuff again. Forestry has so many changes all the time. Sengir puts a lot of work into forestry, and there's so many changes and additions in there that it's hard to keep track of them. But the bee analyzer is a really cool machine. It's a standalone bee analyzer. So basically what that means is I can go get one of my bees that I never analyzed, and instead of putting it in the bee analyzer that is handheld, I can just get it in here, and it's going to go ahead and process. Takes about a second, and then it's going to let you know what your bee is. Now the good thing about the standalone bee analyzer is that I don't have to manually do this. I can now pump these items in. It's a Common Meadows hybrid, by the way. I can automatically pump these items in here, the bees, and figure out what they are. So that is cool. Alright, so that's some pretty good progress so far for this awesome room. There's definitely more to come with it. I want to expand and have a whole serious production line of bee stuff. But for now, this is a pretty good wrapping up point for episode 51. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm going to spend a little time cleaning up all this wiring and cabling that I have under the flooring here, just to get back some of these resources that I obviously don't need to be wasting anymore. Yep, that'll be good. So, Direwolf20's signing off. Hope you guys enjoyed it, like I said. And come back next time, because I'm getting poisoned. That's always fun. And I'll have some more to do with this room. Alright, guys. Take it easy.